Hello, my name is Ian Peña. I am from the Rio Grande Valley down here in South Texas. Um, Today, I will be presenting the Diabetic Alert necklace and mask that I have been working on during this internship. So, starting off with my project background, my project background is based on experiences my mom has told me. Uh, uh, Her type 1 diabetic friend goes through with a diabetes alert dog. She will have sudden changes throughout her day and is usually awakened or alerted by her dog, but as a result, she will wake up with scratches on her forearms. This got me thinking of not only her, but people who have a genuine fear of dogs, as well as those who have severe allergies. So I began to think, what could I do that could do the exact same job the diabetes alert dog does, but there's no there's no dog involved. So for people who don't want to get hurt, like I said, sometimes they wake up with scratches if they have to wake you up. The dogs have to wake you up. People who are actually afraid of dogs and people who are allergic, like so I got to thinking about that. So the first things I had to research was the first few things I had to think about was how do dogs even detect when you have a a sudden change in your blood glucose level. So what I was interested in looking for was how to detect it, how to be able to detect what was being uh, given off of the body. It's called isoprene, and a, a chemical compound's called isoprene. And I also wanted to know what would be considered normal in isoprene levels. So here's what I found. I found that diabetes care dogs sense the smell of a chemical called isoprene that's produced by a chemical reaction when there's a sudden spike or drop in glucose levels. So the actual thing that the dogs are smelling is the isoprene. They find they can smell this through the breath of the person. So when you're breathing, you give off a certain amount of isoprene uh, in your breath, and when you undergo these sudden chemical changes with your glucose, the isoprene tends to go up. It tends to spike as well with the glucose, or the glucose drops. The isoprene tends to spike, and the dogs pick up on the isoprene, and they let you know that something's wrong. Okay, for the next question, it's I found that isoprene can be detected in the air by gas detectors, and it has to be certain types of gas detectors because some will only detect certain uh, things in the air. I also found that isoprene levels is a consistent change relating to age. So if you're 12, you're gonna have different isoprene levels as someone who's 50. So that I found that interesting, and I found that could be kind of a hurdle to go over. And I also found, well, I found that the average person, as in like 30, around the age of 30, like 20s, 30s, should their levels should not exceed 50 parts per billion and should not go under 27 parts per billion. And by that they mean parts per billion, like 50 parts per billion in the air. Like that's how they count it. I had no uh, not a lot of time to understand that part. So my build, it's all uh, how do I say this? It's all undergoing work. I feel very sorry that I could not get any worthy pictures, and I mean, I was running a little low on time. But this is how I imagined it to work. So it is a necklace and or mask. So in the necklace there would be a sensor, of course, a gas sensor that would detect the levels of the isoprene around the person's being. So I chose a necklace or mask because they're the things that are closest to your face, closest to your mouth, and I thought that that would be a good idea. So for the alert part, I I envisioned that the necklace and mask would emit a beeping sound to let you know, as well as the necklace would vibrate because you can wear it while you're asleep. Sometimes the noise won't wake you up, or the light, the LED light. There would also be an LED light that would flash. So I combined the beeping sounds, the vibrations, and the LED lights to make sure that the person that's using it would be, well, alerted. And then there would be a reset, of course. And then after the user has been uh, notified or alerted, that they will press on a button, allowing for the alarm to reset and stop detecting isoprene levels for 30 minutes. Because in those 30 minutes, you would be able to inject yourself with glucose, the glucose shots, as well as be able to. I mean, you are already alerted, so you'll be able to monitor it yourself, and it would be annoying. It would be annoying if the thing kept going off. So that's why I wanted it to have a time for it to reset. So some challenges with the program. I felt like there was um, the communication was great. We did our best, but the whole Zoom thing is a little difficult, and we're all still trying to come together about that and figure that out. So it was a little bit on the difficult side. The physical computation and understanding was a little difficult for the exact same reason. Um, I had trouble with my breadboard a couple of times, so it was a little hard to get that to the mentors and allow them to help. But I was able to surpass that. Career influence. This internship has given me the opportunity to not only partake in hands-on activities in the field, but I was also um, allowed. I was also given the opportunity to meet many different engineers and scientists who had all interesting jobs, and they had all sorts of insight for us. So this internship has really strengthened my desire to become an engineer. And I want to say thank you to Miss Webb and to all the other mentors, as well as well, that's it. Thank you.